Hello, everybody. The boys are melting. This is book number 2, and hopefully you saw our earlier one, but it's February, so we are going to highlight some awesome books about Black or African American people, and this is one of our favorites. It's called Big Mamas by Donald Cruz, and what's cool about it, look at that. Has a message from the author inside. I believe we got this one used at the library. Our library has a section for buying used books for like a quarter or $1. You should really check it out. I also like to look at Salvation Army and Goodwill because you'll get awesome books there. Really awesome books. You just never know. And they'll have hidden treasures like a signature or autograph rather from the author. Did you see her? Did you see Big Mama? We called our grandma Big Mama. Not that she was big, but she was Mama's mama. Every summer we went to see her, Mama, my sisters, my brother, and me. Daddy had to work. He'd come later. It took 3 days and 2 nights on the train. Now we were nearly there. Cottondale, Cottondale. Next station, stop, Cottondale, yelled the conductor to the nearly empty train. Please stop with me. Don't leave no babies on this train. He made the same joke year after year. My Uncle Slink came for us by car. We always hoped he'd come with a horse and wagon, but he never did. A horse and wagon, that tells us probably a while ago.
A
long while ago. We crossed back. You see, there's a horse and wagon, but there they are in the car. We crossed back over the train tracks, a turn or two along the red dirt road, and onto the lane. Lane's another word for street or road. Onto the lane in front of Big Mama's house. Big Mama and Big Papa were waiting for us on the porch. There were hugs and kisses. Oh my, how you've grown, and how tall you are. Is this you? Oh, look at all the love in that picture.
Oh, yeah, that's the love.
Mm-hmm.
The boy's going to ask the Big Papa. Not the Big Grandma.
Then off with our shoes and socks. We wouldn't need them much in the next few weeks. Now to see that nothing had changed. In the hall, the sewing machine that you had to pedal like a bicycle, the big clock over the fireplace, the wind-up record player, the kerosene lamps and the Sears Roebuck catalogs, our room, my brother's and mine and Uncle Slink's, across the hall, the room where my sisters and Mama slept, next to it, Big Mama's and Big Papa's room, then to the back porch. Off the porch were 3 rooms, the tiny extra room no bigger than the bed in it. None of us wanted to sleep there alone. The dining room with the big round table and chairs, and next to it the kitchen. On the porch was the washstand, where we washed our hands, faces, and feet. At the end of the porch was the well. Don't fall in, we were told every year. No one ever did. A well is like a hole in the ground and it gets to the groundwater and it pulls up water for them to drink. They got chickens just like that?
Usually has fresh water. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, usually fresh water. We stood on tiptoe to watch the bucket go down and fill with water so that we could have a drink from the dipper that hung nearby. Everything was just the same.
I want to see it all the time.
We like to look for the chickens in this book too, because we love chickens. In the backyard was the chicken coop, where Sunday dinner's chicken spent its last days. Uh-oh.
Where's the chicken?
Mhm.
Where's the chicken?
Right there. That's their chicken coop. That looks a little different than our chicken coop.
Yeah, it's so tiny. Really
Yeah, and that one
fun.
doesn't have a solid roof. Must not rain very much. Behind the shed full of old stuff was the outhouse. Okay now, but scary in the dark. Do you know what an outhouse is?
No.
It's like an outbuilding, like a shed almost, that you go to the bathroom in. But there's no plumbing. It just goes down into the ground.
Oh.
It could get pretty stinky. We stopped for a drink at the pump. We ran past the pear tree where the turkeys roosted at night. Did you know turkeys roost like chickens?
Nope.
In the tree?
I can't.
Yep.
Why are they in a tree?
They're roosting just like our chickens do. Did you all know that?
I did not even know that.
And they're pumping the water, pulling it up from the groundwater again.
Mama.
Under the tractor in front of the tool shed was a good place to look for nests with eggs in them. Oh man, our chickens hide all kinds of eggs. Next to the tool shed was the huge empty pot for making syrup from sugarcane juice. I dug some worms from the big pile of cane pulp. Wigglers were the best kind for fishing. I chose a pole. That sounds fun.
That sounds funny. I can't see, Mommy.
Okay, I was going to show them. On to the stable to see. Oh, sorry. The barn was another place to look for eggs. On to the stable to see Nancy and Maud. Maud was friendly, but Nancy was a biter. Yikes, that could be dangerous.
Oh, exactly.
A horse that bites. Ouch. That could hurt. Ooh, look at those lines making it look like the water's moving. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Down the path, past the cow pen and the pig pen to the pond. The flat-bottomed boat was still there. Plenty of water for fishing and swimming this year. Everything just as it should be. A fish, a fish. I got one, I yelled. Woo, woo, the train whistled. Dinner time.
Oh.
Did you know that Mommy's great grandmother had a pond just like that on her farm?
No.
Yeah.
You know she had a farm.
Yeah.
This was them anyway.
She's in heaven.
Oh.
All right, let's hear. Everybody sitting around the table that filled the room. Big Mama, Big Papa, Uncle Slank, our cousins from down the road, and all of us. We talked about what we did last year. We talked about what we were going to do this year. We talked so much we hardly had time to eat. That kind of sounds familiar, huh?
No.
When all of our family gets together? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Too much talking with
Too
your
much.
parents.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at how the illustrator did the stars in the sky.
Can I see?
Isn't that incredible?
Whoa.
It makes it look like it's moving and swirling. Wow. The night was jet black except for millions of stars. We could hardly sleep thinking about things to come.
Are they sleeping outside?
I don't know.
On outside.
There you go.
Let me go outside every night.
Okay, quiet, please. Quiet, please. Some nights, even now, I think that I might wake up in the morning and be at Big Mama's with the whole summer ahead of me. The end.
Is that the illustrator?
I think that's the author and illustrator. He drew both. So that was Big Mama's by Donald Cruz, one of our favorite. We hope you enjoyed it. Good night, everybody. Sleep well.